What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the St. Louis versus Jackson State college basketball matchup going down Monday, December 2nd, 2024. Just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. And if you're looking for my best bets, the games that I love, including my daily $15 best bet, head on over to Pickdawgz.com and click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. But let's get to this one between St. Louis and Jackson State. St. Louis coming into this one 4-2 on the year, 1-4 against the number. After a 93-90 win over UMass Lowell last time out, didn't cover though, laying 10.5 points in that one. Meanwhile, Jackson State 0-7 straight up, 2-5 against the number after a 77-53 loss to Lipscomb last time out. And if you look at Jackson State, a lot of the numbers on the surface just tell you that this is a bad basketball team. An 0-7 record, a lot of blowout losses on their resume. That being said, this is still, a Jackson State team that is probably going to contend once we get into conference play, into SWAC later on the season. And they're, a Jackson State team that's also top 5 in the country in terms of non-conference strength of schedule. And in terms of just overall strength of schedule, they're top 5 there as well. So I'm not necessarily holding losses against them, to teams like Kentucky, Vanderbilt, Xavier, Houston. I'm not holding that against them. They got covers against teams like High Point. They covered against Vanderbilt as well, losing by just 13 points, catching a decent, healthy number of points in that game as well. They were catching 27 in the game against Vandy. And there's been games where they just missed out on a cover too against teams like Western Kentucky. They were catching 14.5, lost by 17. So I'm not, I'm not holding this against Jackson State, and the numbers are what they are because of the schedule that they've played. St. Louis, this is a St. Louis team that, yes, had a ton of turnover, but the thing is, you brought over Josh Schertz from Indiana State. He brought a bunch of guys with him. Isaiah Swope, Robbie Avila, who got injured earlier on the season. You still had Gibson Jimerson. It's a solid team, and a team that I think has, built themselves, at least, well, I shouldn't say built themselves, but, with Josh Schertz coming over, has turned themselves into a team that you have to keep an eye on in the A-10 this season. Once this team gets fully healthy, and once Robbie Avila is back, he's expected to be back for the start of conference play in January, the last I read, but it's going to be a team that I think you have to keep an eye on. But the thing that has to be said is that they are still just not doing a great job covering numbers early on this season, especially big numbers. They're 1-1 as a double-digit favorite, but we've also seen them lose to Wichita State. They lost to Santa Clara. We haven't necessarily seen a whole lot to really say, hey, should St. Louis be laying this many points against Jackson State? Like I said, I just think Jackson State is battle-tested. I think that the numbers are where they are because of who they've played. And I'm not 100% there with the St. Louis team laying. I don't want to lay 20 points with a team that's 214th in field goal percentage, 211th in three-point shooting, 225th from the foul line, where there's really nothing that they do particularly well. And they're, those numbers are where they are, despite them being a high-volume team from shooting from three-point range. So I think I don't think Jackson State wins this game. I think St. Louis wins this game by double digits. But by 17 or 18, I think 19.5 is just a bit too many. I'm going to take Jackson State in the points in this one because, and the other thing to keep in mind, these lines for college basketball have been so volatile closer to, as the days progress. This line could hit 23, 24 points. So we'll see how it moves. But as of right now, I'm taking Jackson State plus the 19.5. That's going to be my free pick. But just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. And if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pick Dawgz Premium. While you're Pick Dawgz, check out our betting tools. They're 100% free. They're the best betting tools in the business and tools that you want to make sure that you have in your back pocket when you're making your best bets for the day's action. Thanks for watching. See you guys soon.